Hello, 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 and welcome to another RTAppetizer. Today we are facing Fart Pancakes from the Whale Guild in Global. I know their name, I don't know much about them, but I have heard their name before. They go for AOL, Flitica, LRK, Bellion, and a Sid. I end up going for ROL, Stene, ML Leica, and Strays. So let's go ahead and see how this one worked out for me. So unsurprisingly, their Sid is going to be going first. So if I were to guess, they're probably going to try to take down the Strays. But thanks to mitigation, my Strays lives with like a fraction of health, which is so lovely. I kind of have to go in raw, I guess, against this Belly and hope that it strips and targets, and it does. And that works out for me. It does not end up killing because of the LRK. I think I don't remember if it was on Crown or if it was on Aureus, but either way, it just didn't end up killing. AOL, it doesn't seem to be the most effectiveness AOL because I resisted literally everything. So either I got hyper lucky, or it just didn't do anything. But then I end up getting hyper lucky back. Or they get hyper lucky by not getting stunned. Unless it's a resist Bellion, which I doubt. Just based on how fast it is. So Strays is dead, but I can kill this LRK. Or this Bellion. And now it is almost entirely a game of... There's a dual attack rate of Stene versus the world. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have the most effectiveness because if I were able to resist once, I mean, I could put it away as I just got lucky. But I've resisted everything from this AOL so far, so I don't think this AOL has a lot of effectiveness. It might be more in the ER department. Yeah, a fourth resistance absolutely proves that this ROL or this AOL has no effectiveness whatsoever, which is fine. I am going to try to strip the speed buff off of the LRK, no dice, and also so that I know it gives him his horse, but I do want to start getting damage in on him, because he is the Aureus holder. So they are going to soul burn this. No, they're not going to soul burn this. I misremembered. And thankfully Arwell's still around, so she's going to take a lot of that damage for Stene. And now I just have to... Okay, I killed the LRK, great. And now it's a tiny girl versus Stene. They get the pushback and the crit. No crit that time. And I am able to survive with 400 health and take out the AOL. This was a phenomenal match. Very well played, very tough. This is the type of game that I enjoy. It's close. There's equal amounts of RNG, one for each of us. And I guess it wasn't even RNG that they didn't debuff my Arwell, because they never were able to. Just not stunning the Bellion, but it didn't end up mattering because my Stene was faster than the Bellion. But yeah, this was a good match. Let's jump into the next one. Hello, we have another fight against someone in the Korea server. They go for Karina, LRK, Rimuru, Aravi, and AOL. I end up going for Hand Guy, Flitica, Aronca, Solitaria, and Pirate Captain Flan. I ban out the AOL, they ban out the Solitaria. Let's see if I'm able to make this work in my favor. So, there's nothing really preventing me from just hitting S2 and hopefully resetting this LRK. God forbid I get 15%ed. Okay. Did not get the defense break too, so they can't get immunity, which is what I want. And this will trigger the Rimuru because I have a skill null. And attack buff, I guess. But getting the bombs on everybody is what's most important. That won't do all that much damage to me. And now I am going to... Do I S2 in preparation for the damage? I might. Or no, I think I put up the immunity. Yes, I put up the immunity so that if the Karina does try to S3 in a panic, it won't defense break me, which will help mitigate a lot of damage from Karina. So, they are going to do exactly what I thought they would do, which is go into the Pirate Captain Flan. Because they really want to get rid of her, obviously, because these bombs are crippling. No dice, doesn't do all that much. And thanks to the damage sharing, yeah, pretty good. Aronca is going to eat this Rimuru and leave no trace. It ends up doing 25k to him, 6.6k to the LRK damage share, which is just so great. I'm going to go ahead bomb this Aravi because she is the next issue. Karina procking also gives me more barriers for my Aronca to eat, which is just, it's just so good. Gonna S2 into the LRK to, you know, do big damage to him, get rid of their damage share as much as possible. Karina tried to defense break, no dice. She's gonna pop though. And now, I think I just go into the Karina because there's no point in going to an LRK because he'll die. 139 damage and he's dead. Bomb again for the Aravi, and now I'm not scared of anyone. I was hoping... Get a dual attack, doesn't really matter with Pirate Captain Flan. I was hoping they would let me eat the Aravi with the Aronca, but they did not let me, which is sad and unfortunate for everybody, because everybody loves an Aronca game. So we have a third match here against someone currently in Legend in the Asia server. They go for LRK, Sulu, Stene, Spirit Eye, Celine, and Ran. I end up going for Hand Guy, Flitica, Leica, Architect Leica, Strays, and Elena, because I wanted to try out Elena, and Celine counters. So that might kind of be good tech. But I think I overthought myself a little bit. I'm just going to rip the S3 here, because if I don't, the Spirit Eye Celine will cut me, more than likely. Which isn't the most ideal. Try to kill the Stene, maybe. No dice. This triggers Sululu, which I forgot about. I just entirely forgot about that. So, whoops. So everyone's gonna get silenced and blind, and they're gonna soul burn into Strays and take care of him. Yeah, I forgot about Elena's. I forgot about Elena's non-attack skill, and boy, it really killed me. Do I even S1? I do. Bonk. I did it just to prove, haha, you can't counter me. Why am I still in this game? What am I doing? Am I roping this person? No, okay. I was just thinking, I don't know. I was thinking if there was any way I could get out of that, and I determined there was not. Our final fight for the day is against Jovial in the global server. They go for LR Cow, Arwell, Politis, Abby, and Rimuru. I go for Hand Guy, Flitica, Aronca, Aria, and Shu. I ban out the Politis. They ban out the Shu. Yeah, one more. Let's see how this works. So Flitica gonna go first as is usual. Once again, I just kind of want to reset this Rimuru. LRK, I don't particularly care about him doing anything, because he'll just S3 into my entire team, who he'll have Stealth and Skill Null, which is a potent combination. I'm just going to get Aronca ready here. Put up all of the buffs. Arya going to go as well. Do her S3, put up Stealth, defense buff, everything that you like. Abby really only has one target. No dice with any of the stripping. So it's going to go into Arya. It did end up hitting, which is hilarious. Rimuru is going to counter S2 into that, but that is fine. He can't S3, so he can't kill my Arya. And sure, everybody has counterattack buff, but Arya is also going to be doing this, which will hopefully strip something from someone. It does end up getting rid of the buffs on the Abby, which is great because now I can go into the Abby. Hit it, get the second attack. Uberi's Tooth does a good amount of damage to her. Does almost half, even through mitigation. Arwell really only has one choice, which is to try and strip and stun the Arya. Because they don't really have that many options here. Plus, however, that does give barrier to everyone, which is great for my Aronca. Do I just push for it? No. I go ahead, try to strip the LRK. LRK can S3 here, but like I said, everybody's already in skill null and stealth, so it won't break anybody out. So again, it's just a free hit into Arya, which works for me. I'm going to go into this Abby because I need to get rid of her before I can get rid of the LRK. Arya is kind of cycling out of her skills. I hit the Rimuru who counters, which is fine. They can go into Arwell here, but they go into Arya. Or Arwell can go into Handguy here, but they went into Arya, I imagine, to try and get rid of the barrier on Rimuru. But then they don't, which is fine. Flitika's going to be coming out of stealth here as well. Going to go into the Arwell to try and get rid of her. Also, I would be losing my buffs anyway, so I didn't really care about her countering. Arya, again, I don't know why they're hitting themselves, but I will take it. I'm gonna do this again. It does not hit the Rimuru. Or it does. It strips the Rimuru, but it also gives barrier to LRK and to Abby, so I'm just gonna eat this Abby real quick. Go out for a nice little snack of vampire. And I think that means that now I'm the strongest vampire. Is that how that works? If you eat a vampire, you take their powers. Gonna go into Rimuru here. Just keep on keeping on into the Rimuru. Resists the blind, which is a little annoying, but that's fine. LRK still has one turn until he can horse again. Gonna go into Flitica. Perfectly fine by me. Gonna hit both of them, which is nice. This is a Sigurd Scythe Rimuru. I am going to push my Arya or Aronca up with the S1, and even though it doesn't have a barrier, I'm still positive I'll be able to eat this Rimuru. So again, just having a little snack, 8.5k with no attack buff, no shield, isn't bad. I do end up defense breaking the LRK, which is fine. This is going to do a good amount of damage to everyone. Flitika's going to die. Everybody else takes about half. But again, I am just going to prepare. Because Arya gets to soul burn here. Take a chomp. Chomp. And gets to put up the S3 as well, which will immediately cause her S2 to proc. Which is an AoE, which will importantly put a barrier up on the LRK. I wanted my Aronca to get the final kill because she's killed pretty much everyone, but they quit right before, which is unfortunate. But Aronca, you killed everyone, I think, except for the Arwell, which Arya killed. I don't know, but those were good games. Thank you for watching these videos. If you like them, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe if you want more. If you did not like the video, then you are an LRK slave, and I completely respect your decision to do so. And if you felt incredibly ambivalent about the entire thing, then it is Wednesday, my dudes.